Right, it's been a long time. Well, it's been a long time for me, but I'm back fishing. And where's the sun? And I'm on holiday in the Lake District, as normal. And I'm fishing a new mark. I've been wanting to fish it for about the past 8 months. Saw about it last year. Came all the way along its coast and saw this mark. It's Salton Bay. I think that's how you pronounce it. I do have some troubles pronouncing that. But yeah, here I am at Salton Bay. I'll give you a look round. It's boulders everywhere. Look at it. This is at low water. Yeah, boulders everywhere. So I've never fished a mark like this before at all, not at all. So I've got one rod. Obviously, I tried to travel light, but by the time I got down there in my fishing basket there with all my gear in, because I managed to get all this in that box, and it was pretty heavy. So we've got paragliders up there gliding away. And I've got my rig on. What I've actually got is just a pulley panel. Let's hope I catch a fish. So we'll give it a try. It's my holiday. It's now the 3rd day of my holiday. It's been terrible weather. This storm, Ellen, was it? And this is the best day for the week. So my fishing is going to be in extreme places and extreme weather conditions. So I'm not going to rattle on and bore you. It's the 24th of August. It's my father's birthday today. Happy birthday, Dad. And I'm going to get this cast out. I'll pop this down. Well, sorry, mussels. Look at all these here. You see all this here, all these black bits? All these. If I pan up, you can see all the black everywhere. And what they are, they're little baby mussels. Can you see them? They're all little baby mussels. So these rocks eventually are going to be absolutely covered in mussels. I feel guilty standing on them. I looked at this last time I was there and around here, and then about 8 months ago decided I was going to do it, and obviously there's other videos up off this place, but I've never seen this at low water like this. I thought it was just rocky and then sand, but no, this is a great big bed of kelp out there as well. I put a plain bomb on, plain bomb weight on, and I've left all my rotten bottoms up in the van. And I was at Jerry's at Morecambe on Saturday I was there, and forgot to buy some fine line to tie as a rotten bottom. But yeah, if you've watched all the videos up to now, you'll know I've been catching fish like a good one. Yeah, I've been absolutely mullering it and catching fish left, right and centre. And I've come to the Lake District. I come every, like I said earlier, I come here on holiday every year, sometimes twice. Obviously with the present climate, it's possibly only going to be once this year. And I always fish here. This water's coming in quick. But I've picked an outcrop of rocks that go all the way back to the base of the cliff, and then I can just walk to the beach. But if I do that, I ain't casting into all these boulders. Might give it a go. But yeah, what a glorious day. I think this is going to be the best day we have all week. I need to sort my gear out so it's not so spread about. Need to stick some spare batteries in my pockets and put everything away, I think. it's a lovely mark. I'm just a little bit, never fished a mark like this before, and obviously a bit nervous about, well, I don't know what I'm nervous about. I'm fishing, aren't I? Nothing's gone wrong. I haven't reeled in yet, however. Could lose some gear, I suppose. So I'm just planning my escape route. I've picked the highest point on the beach, I think, apart from that one there. But I couldn't walk any further. That box on your back, that bloody weighs a lot. So I'm just working out my way back there. Oh, sorry about the jolting. And I'm not running over these rocks like Predator in the movie. So more like a 52-year-old bloody gnome, I suppose, out of Hobbit. They didn't have gnomes in Hobbits, did they? In Hobbit. Anyhow, I'll shut up. So, yeah, I'll be able to get out this way. The only problem is, this air might fill up before this. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on this air, innit? Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be fishing here, to be honest. I've left my rod down there, but I have set the drag. So yeah, Salton Bay. Chris, when you're on this beach where I was, because I was there yesterday, that was all, the water was right up to there, so all this comes underwater. So you can see how much water you'll be fishing into, deep water. Now if you fish onto this here, you're not going to get snagged, are you, down there? Because by the time you have started reeling, you've got it up in the water, and as long as you go straight along, keep reeling fast, you've got it. But if you bulge your cast up and you go in these boulders, it's not going to last long, is it? So yeah, that's the way it is, isn't it? So I think I'm alright here, but I've never been before, you see. Got no friends up there either, so it's a case of going fishing on your own, hoping for the best. And you might have to leave the mark early because you're inexperienced, but it's better to leave the mark early inexperienced than not to leave the mark at all. Now, I'm sure you've got to be an absolute fool to get in trouble there, but we can all be a fool, can't we? So you have to be very wary and aware of what's happening around you. I've baited up another rig. Yes, it's only squid at the minute because I've got enough to think about. Now this water's coming in quick because it's coming about 10 yards already, so need to monitor that. I can get up there, and I'm afraid to say you just have to scramble along, get onto the beach, don't you? And if that's what it is, and that's the end of the fishing trip. I chucked some squid in there. There's lots of little blennies in there, and the squid, you can see it still floating in the water. It's there's the squid, you can see the blennies, they're there. But yeah, chucked some tentacles in. I thought they'd have been munching on them by now, but they aren't. Let's have a look around there. Look at all these mussels, can you see them all? Someone's going to have a good forage down there, aren't they, getting these mussels eventually. Oh, could you imagine them fresh mussels? Somebody will come down there and pick them when they're too small, wouldn't they, rather than letting them grow big, giving them some life and then eating them. So just attentively. What on earth is that? No, it's just seaweed round a rock. Yeah, I think it's Snag City, to be honest. I might fish this and just see how we get on. I might get on alright, mightn't I? It might be okay. We'll see how it goes. But if I don't get on here, then what I shall do is I shall head on further down the coast to a place called Parton. And at Parton, it's a shame really, you can drive underneath the railway bridge, and the thing with that is if you drive underneath that railway bridge, you're straight onto the beach. Yeah, my van is too tall, I'll get wedged under. So there is a place you can park, so I'll park there and then just walk through onto the beach. It's only a short walk, and there I think that, well, I don't know because I was there at high tide, but it must be okay. There must be some sand out there. This mark here, I mean, this must be absolutely rotten when the cod are in during winter. Yeah, so I haven't been fishing for a while, and it's because I've been doing a house up for my the chap that gives me most of my work. He was a nice bloke, and gave me 4 weeks to do the house, but I knew I had my oldie coming. We did the house in 2 weeks, carpet, decorated, glossed, did the garden, sheds, carpeted. I even got the electrician in, he was there 2 days, putting a new panel in and smokes. And we got all that done in 14 days. And then we had 2 days feeling absolutely knackered. And then we left to come here on oldie, it was as quick as that. So I've had 14 days, which if you include the week, the few days beforehand waiting to get into the house, it's probably about 16 days this week, in 17, 18, probably about 18 days I haven't been fishing, which for me is a bit unusual, because I normally even just snip to the River Humber to get a session in, because it's the closest place to me, but I haven't done anything. I've just been too worn out doing this house. Done a good job to it though. So that's the main thing, and the landlord's happy, my gaffer's happy. It's not my landlord, it's my gaffer. Well, I'm a gaffer because it's my business, but I work for a chap that gives me all my work. So that's what I mean to say. I think I've got another one to do in September when I go back. But it's all good, it's work, isn't it? Keeps the wolf from the door. Now we're trying to get a fish on that rod. Well, I've just been over on that outcrop of rocks there, and that's a huge outcrop, and that goes underwater there, because I was thinking about walking over and pitching up. That's where I should have gone, because you're fishing straight out into the water. But you've still got even further then. Look at that, all the way along there till you get to the beach. Now that's alright, but I've already walked all the way along there, so next time I come I shall walk along the beach and trudge onto that. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to fish here. I have got an escape route. Tide's coming in here because obviously this is lower. I think when this here is full, I need to be thinking to get my gear back there. So yeah, it's alright. I think I can fish here for a while. I'll certainly get a couple of hours in. Nothing as of yet. Sit rep is no fish, but I'm on holiday, aren't I? And my good lady wife has allowed me to go fishing. She's a good old girl. She don't mind. Be nice to catch one fish. It's always nice to catch a fish, isn't it? It's just that I've had so many fishing trips now where I haven't blanked. It's been bloody brilliant. It's as though I'm a fishing king. Obviously I aren't, but it would be nice to catch. I think what I'll do is, because I am worried about this water coming in here, because I've never fished it. I came here yesterday and this was all water. I couldn't see any of these rocks. They're all under. Tides are gradually getting smaller now, but it's still a high tide. I think I've got something on there. Let's reel it in. If I haven't, I can get the prawn out, can't I? There they are again, look, the paragliders. They're up there. They start off up there and then they fly all the way along and then they come down there and land. There must be someone picking them up there and taking them back. But yeah, another nice cast. Nothing on that. There was a bit of weed on, but it was only that like lettucey stuff. I'm not that anal with seaweed, to be honest. It's all seaweed in my opinion. It's all crap unless it's stuck to the ground where it belongs. If it's floating in the water, it's rubbish, isn't it? Water's clearing up a bit. We've got a bit of it's a seagull. I thought it was a sea lion. A seal, sorry. So yeah, seems as though it's holding bottom, but I just don't. Yeah, or is it holding bottom? That's the waves doing that. Look at this water coming in so quick. I shall keep an eye all the way around. I think I'm alright here. I can head up back. I can see a route right off. It goes to a point there and then I'm on the beach. So just keep moving back gently, slowly. So we've got the prawn out there now. We've got a prawn bait. I'm now going to take that squid off there, cut the elastic off, because I don't like the elastic. I think you need it, but I always cut it off my baits to make sure that it doesn't go in the environment and cause any harm, because I wouldn't want to be eating that and then seeing that the next morning, if you know what I mean. So I'm sure a fish ain't going to want it going through its system, is it? It's not good, is it? So anyhow, yeah, I'll just a quick moan there. Everybody keeps going on. There's not everybody. That would be an incorrect thing to say. Lots of people moan about these reels. Now this is the Pen 525 mag free. The only thing I wish I'd done was I wish I'd got the 515. The spool is narrower, but quite a considerable amount really. When I first used this, I used to get cramp in my hand. I don't now, so it don't matter. But at the time, that would have been nice if I'd had the 515. There's plenty of line on the 515. You'll not ever bottom it out, I don't think. But people moan about these reels because they're made in China. Well, what ain't bloody made in China these days? They even make bloody diseases, don't they? So, allegedly. So, 525 mag free. I have never, ever had a problem with this reel. I have never had the line go down beside the spool on either side. Never. I've never had a problem with the drag. I've never had a problem with the spill release. I've never had a problem with the clicker. The magnets in here, I just set them halfway. I've never had a problem. I could back that off, might go a bit further, but I'm quite happy where it is at the minute. That's on the clicker with the clutch. The star drag is backed off. And there. The only thing I've done is this was the original hole where it comes. I've put it on the further hole, so I've got a slightly longer handle for cranking. That's all I've done. I haven't done anything else, and I've never had a problem with this reel. Never. Like I say, never had line go down the spool where people keep saying it is. I've never had a problem with the build quality. The screws are all stainless. I've had this off 3 or 4 times to give it an oiling on both reels. Never had a problem. So if these reels are made in China, which I assume they are because it did say, I believe, made in China, I've never had a problem. It is for £114. I think I paid £99 for this reel, and obviously I bought 2 of them, and I've never had a problem with them. The same as I've never had a problem with my green Magalees. Not had a problem with them either, but then you wouldn't, would you? Now I have had reels made by Pen, i.e. the Pen Surfmaster 850, which is an old reel, and yeah, it's not the best of reels. I'm sure Pen, the same as other companies, make cheap reels. They also make middle of the range reels, which I would assume that is, and they make higher end as well, because I've my Pen spin fishers, absolutely fantastic reels, perfect for me. So yeah, don't worry about if you buy one of these reels and everyone's saying with a stigma of, oh, they're Chinese, they're rubbish, because for me, I've never had a problem with them reels. And like I say, I think you can still get them for £99 if you haggle, but never had a problem with them. I don't see why everyone goes on, ooh, it's Chinese. Well, most things are nowadays. So bit of wind now, turn that way. I think I'm out of the wind now. Anyhow, that was a little bit of a moan. Just get fed up listening about everyone moaning about the Pen mag frees. Never had a problem with them. And the red and black, they look really good. Well, I've moved my gear back. I think all you have to be is just 100% aware that water coming in over here, so that's going to come in, that's lower there, so this will all fill up here. But I've got this escape route out here, and I'm right next to the beach anyhow. But that's the place to be. I walked across that a few minutes ago. My rod's tipping about, but it's where's the microphone? It's this side, isn't it? Yeah, rod's bouncing about, but it's just the waves crashing here. A little bit of weed out there, but nothing major. So I'm going to get this 2-hook flatter because I want to catch, and I've learned that you got to diversify. Trouble is, you sit down like this looking and baiting up, by the time you look back, water's coming further. Right, let's see if there's any flatfish out there. Never know your luck, do you? These are frozen worms, they're ever so good. I've struggled with worms, well, not personally, but struggled getting black lugworm that's good quality. I've got a chap called Dud that gets them, he does good ones, and my local tackle shop is now getting good ones and all, so the quid's in really. That's that baited up 2-hook flapper. There you go. So put that in the shade for now, and I shall put it around a bit. Look at that! Look at that booty. That's my second ray, that is. Look at him in there. Right, let's chuck that weight there. What I'll do is I'll get my pliers. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I've come here. Been looking forward to fishing this place for bloody ages. Didn't know it was as rocky as this, but I knew it was a rock mark. But look at that. Can someone tell me what it is? Is that an undulate ray or a thornback ray? It's got thorns on it. I didn't know what my last one was, you see. Right. Put that there. There you go. Let me just angle that up a bit. There you go. One thornback ray. That's bigger than my last one, I think, as well. I've got the tide coming in behind me. Brilliant. He is, what, 1, 2, 3 pliers wide. Let's get him back. There we go. Water splashing everywhere. We're going to get him back. He's gone. I really didn't think I'd catch anything here today, and do you know what that was? That was caught on a prawn, half a prawn, bait elastic on. Brilliant. Let's get the next one out. Might get 2. I've moved up, water was coming in, as you could see, so let's get this lid down. I'm going to sit you on there. Well, I'm chuffed with that. Never caught a ray before in my life, and I caught one you saw at was it Hompton? Oh, one of the other videos, Hompton or Tunstall. And now I've caught one at Salton Bay, if that's how you pronounce that. So I'm chuffed. That was bigger as well. Didn't measure it. It was the length of my pliers 3 times. It's only a rough estimate for me. I don't want to weigh him. If you catch a big ray, you catch a big ray, don't you? I just don't really know what one that was. That might have been just a thornback ray. The last one I caught had all spots on it, and I ain't got a clue what that was either. I've seen another one on Facebook, but they didn't name it. Didn't want to ask because it make you look an idiot, doesn't it? Well, I've told you lot now, but you lot already know I'm an idiot, so we're quids in, aren't we? Caught a fish, we saved the blank, we're still on. I'm still fishing like a king, aren't I? Hey? Still fishing like a king. Very poor one, but yeah, great. Right, I've moved. Got a bit panicky. So I was over there on that set on the next one, not the far one. The far one was even higher. So it's interesting to see that they're roughly about the same height in the highest point. But where them 2 rocks there and there actually are split, I walked through that gully. And there was no water. It was then coming in. So in the time it took me to walk from here, I don't know, quarter an hour, rig up and chuck out again, that'd been now, I'd be cut off. So I moved at the right time, absolutely at the right time. When I was walking over there, I thought, well, there's no water there yet. I've got another half an hour, but the tide comes in, obviously, to high water, but it doesn't come in at a regular fashion. In the first couple of hours, or after the first hour of low water, it'll come in gradual, and then the next 2 hours, depending on tide, it can come in really quick, and then it can slow down again, and then it'll then creep up to high water. So you have to be aware. The water doesn't come in at a steady pace throughout the tide. It can come in at different speeds during that tide. But it's all too... You only just need to know that. Any more than that, it's just too technical. So I've moved here. I've moved from there. I walked across the boulders, which was hard work. I've left my box over there. And I've got my bait bag, scissors, coffin, rod and tripod. And that's all I've got out here. Now there's another lot of boulders here. Well, it ain't boulders, it's actually rock formation. And I'm on this outcrop now because I figure that when it starts splashing at my feet here, I can just move back. But I ain't going to be able to fish here. It's going to be a bit tricky. This is definitely a low water mark. and I probably should have got here 2 hours before, but this is the day on the holiday that's the nicest day, and most people would be taking the wife out, but my wife lets me go fishing, so she's a good girl. I'm a lucky man. So yeah, I was going to fish here on Friday, the last day, but don't give good weather for Friday, so it was today. I might fish this for as long as I can. I'm going to fish here for the next couple of casts, and then I may go back, get my box and move over there, because I can go down over here and chuck out there, because obviously from back there I can't fish over this because I'm going to get snagged up, aren't I? So I should probably go down over there, take my box and leave it up there, because that's my escape route up there, and I'll be able to fish this bouldery bit here. Don't know if you can fish Salton Bay over high water. I presume you can. I expect if you was on this beach here, you can make it down there. I can't get behind me here because there's no gully. Well, it's been a cracking session. I haven't blanked, and first time I fished a rock mark. I've learnt a lot from this. One is you don't really have time to sit down, and there's plenty of rocks to sit down. So I don't need my bait box, I just need a rucksack. You don't need a bucket because you've got rock pools everywhere. So yeah, all in all, pretty good. Well, it ain't been pretty good, it's been excellent. tide waits for no man, does it? It's comes in quick, all I'll say, as it does everywhere. Well, I'd like to say you'll all notice that I'm past 1,500 subscribers now. I'd like to thank you all for subscribing. That's a good achievement in my opinion, 1,500 subscribers. Thank you very much. Would like to say please stay subscribed, and please share my videos with others all around the world, wherever. Just please share my videos, because it'll boost my channel. I'll get more subscribers and more views, so that's the only thing. I'd like to see the channel keep growing. It's growing at a steady pace, but it is pleasurable to see it grow. I didn't start all these videos off for that reason, but it's part and parcel of YouTube, isn't it? You start seeing your subscribers go up and you get excited. So thank you very much for all those that are subscribed. Ring that bell for notifications and leave a comment. I answer all my comments, and leave us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's doesn't matter to me. Some people will like what I do, some people won't, and it's all good. It's all good for the channel. So thank you to everybody for supporting the channel and getting it to where it is today. Thank you very much. Now I think I'm going to be reeling this in a minute, and I think I'm going to have to back up off the beach, because it's getting to the point now where it's coming up and I need to reel it in so I can not drag it over all these rocks. So I'm going to have to bring that in. It's been knocking. I'll put you down, we'll see what's on it. Probably just seaweed. I think I've been there about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And the water, look at this water now. It's coming in over and round. I'm going to go back to the shore, I think. Back to the shore and just bide me time, I think. And it may be time to pack up and go. It might be time to head on over to Parton and fish there, but I'm going to get out of the danger zone. Might actually fish over there. That's what I'll do. Where there's a will. That there and there. That's it, we'll fish over there. We'll just fish at an angle. Nearly got snagged up there as well. But it pulled free, it must just been in some seaweed. Get my bait bag, probably get one cast there. That section that I've just been fishing on, where I moved from, I can't recognise it now because the water's come up so far, it's altered it so much. It was over there I was fishing. Big pool here. So I think from that beach there, if you did a 30-40 yard lob out, you'll be into that rock pool. And that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and aim. I'm going to set that big rock up there and cast into that. If I go over, that's it, I lost my gear. All these all these rocks are all sloped backwards as well, so it's, yes, you can get snagged, but it's good for not getting snagged. Just got to make sure I cast into that. So what's that, 10, 20, 30, 40 yards? I don't know if my rod tip has gone. I thought I saw it move, but I bet it'll be nice at Walney Island today. I wanted to fish there, but water's coming. It comes in quick, doesn't it? There's a bit of weed in the water now. But on the last reel back in that I didn't get any on me. I didn't get weeded out that way. Now. Bloody hell, that line's flown right back. Answers that question then, doesn't it? It's a low water mark. Should have snapped. Yeah, it's not. Right, I think right. I've got to go back to my box, put another reel on, or tie a leader on. But that obviously I snagged, I was fishing over there, caught myself a ray. So we went blank today, caught a nice fish, it was good size. I'll estimate how big it was when I measure my pliers. The other thing is, I cast out over there, I got snagged up, it freed it, cast out there and I got snagged up. I don't know where I'm casting, you see. When it's low water, obviously I'm casting out and land on sand or somewhere that isn't rocky. Now I could fish here and stand off there and chuck it into here, but you're going to lose a lot of gear, aren't you? So, yeah, I'm not going to deliberate about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move, pack my gear up, get back to my box and then decide. So I'll be back in a bit. I've moved back. I was fishing, there's some white water out there just under my finger. You might not see it, but I was fishing out there. I got here this morning as soon as I could to fish Salton Bay, I think it's called. Wife will tell me when I get upstairs. And so we got here as early as I could. I think it was at low tide I got here. So I've had some good casts. Nothing's gone wrong with my gear apart from just losing my line now, getting snagged. And it's been a good session. But I think, and not just because I've just lost some gear, but I think this is a low water mark, because by the time you get out onto them rocks you can fish. So the only thing I should have done better today was actually get here as the tide was falling. So if I'd got here 2 hours before low, I could have then done as you normally do, fishing high water. Very rarely do I fish low water, but to have got here today from where we're stopping at, I would have probably had to leave, well, I'd left a lot earlier, and we had quite a few bears last night, so that weren't going to happen. When I looked at this yesterday, it was not a boulder fest like this. So again, that's something learnt, and when I come here again, I shall fish it over low water properly. I shall come here, get here 2 or 3 hours beforehand so I can get down there, get out to my mark and start fishing it. And I'm sure I'll get more chance for catching more fish. It's not been a blank at this session. It's been a lovely fish that I've caught, and yeah, well, I've caught a fish, haven't I? It's not been a blank. Be nice to get 2 or 3, because just lately that's what I've been doing. But for me to do that here, I believe that I need to, like I say, get here earlier and fish low water, 2 hours either side really. Time is now 2 o'clock. So poor old wife's been sat in the van for 4 hours, but she don't mind, she's alright. So I'm going to pack my gear up. I'm going to move to another mark and fish that. Should get there, and again I'll fish it an hour and a half either side. Let's hope we catch a fish, and let's hope we don't blank there. But there'll be separate videos. There won't be the same video, it'll all be separate. I think I've got enough footage on this. But it's been great. Come to Salton Bay, if that's how you pronounce it. Fished it. I've caught a fish, caught a nice ray. I think it was a thornback ray. Please leave a comment in the comments to tell me whether it was or not. And we shall go on to the next mark, and wish me luck in that. Got a speedboat over there, or a power boat, and we've got the Royal Navy lifeboat over there, I believe. And the sky, well, the sky is clear and blue. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget, please share my videos, because that will help me out a lot. See you later. I've now got to climb all the way up that cliff, and my legs are like jelly. seeing that the next morning, if you know what I mean.